We on now? Okay, are we up? I see me here.
There you go.
Okay, you're live. Trying to get the screen big again. Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm Janice Wood. Welcome to my weekly broadcast for senior citizens on subjects that concern senior citizens. Just a little bit about me. I'm an insurance agent and my specialty is Medicare insurance. Right now, I'm in the process of certifying for next year, 2021's insurance with all the different carriers I represent. So I'm a broker. I'm going to be doing about 100 hours of studying and taking tests. I do Medicare Advantage plan, Medicare supplemental plans, and Medicare prescription drug plans. But we're not here to talk about Medicare today. I have my special guest who happens to be a friend of mine. She's Amber Voitenko of Voitenko Wellness in Tustin, California. She's a chiropractor. And before she became my chiropractor, we were friends first. So then after a while, I started going to her. I love going into her office. The staff is wonderful. They care about the patients. And her staff is so supportive of Dr. Amber. It's really great. And I don't know what else to say. She's been working really quickly. She's been working through the pandemic. When you go into her office, they're taking all the precautions that are needed, temperatures, checking to make sure you're well, sanitizing everything as each patient turns over. So everybody calls Dr. Amber instead of Dr. Voitenko. So Dr. Amber, introduce yourself, and then we'll start talking about the immune system and how it affects us personally and the rest of the community.
Perfect. So my name is Dr. Amber Voitenko. I've been practicing for 20 years. My clinical experience has been very vast in chiropractic. I actually have owned 2 practices. This is my second practice, but the very first practice that I worked in was integrated. So we practiced not just chiropractic, but also nutrition. And in chiropractic, in the field of chiropractic, nutrition is a huge part of it. So we do chiropractic and nutrition here at this clinic. Anyway, I'm very excited to be on with Janice. I have to say Janice has been so helpful to me and my patients. A lot of my patients, when they're about to turn 65, they have so many questions about the ABCs of Medicare, and she can help them through that and navigate it. And my patients have been so thankful for her advice. Okay. And also it's been very helpful for us too, as well as a clinic. So thank you, Janice. Thanks for having me.
Well, we're going to talk about the immune system. And one of the reasons why I started with the immune system, because since February, with the COVID-19 that's out, or the coronavirus, whatever you want to call it, we've been hearing so much about the immune system. So what is the immune system? And how does it work? I know this is a big subject, but
yeah. Well, to answer that, so basically the first concept to get right is that your body actually works together with all of its systems to help your immunity. So it consists of proteins, glands, cells, specific cells that you've all heard of is like your white blood cells, right? All of these systems work together to protect your body from bugs, bacterial infection and viral infection, as well as toxins in our environment that actually, unfortunately, bring our immune system down. So any kind of what we call antigen, which is basically like a bug that comes in the body, your body has its natural defense, which are called the antibodies, to basically protect itself.
So I'm going to look at that like we're talking about a shield. So
Yes.
back in the time I wore body armor, okay? And that's going to protect me from those rocks being thrown at me.
Totally.
So that's
how you can look at it. And you know what's incredible about you saying that, actually, a shield, right? The biggest immune defense that your body has outside of the body is your skin. That's your shield. It starts literally with your skin. And what's so fascinating about that is, you know, when we talk, it sounds so silly and so simple, but when we talk about washing your hands and the importance of it, the reason for that is your skin is a part of your immune defense. So washing your hands with warm soap and water for that 20 to 30 seconds is so important, because you're going to use your hands to prepare your food. We use our hands to itch and scratch. We use our hands for everything. But those areas where it can then become a part of your body internally. So I always said to my kids, you know, make sure when you're washing your hands with that warm soap and water that you sing happy birthday. At least, you know, you get through that 20 to 30 seconds, right?
right, definitely.
So that's your shield.
Definitely, it's a shield. That protection. So you're just imagining all those viruses and bacteria being thrown at your body, and
right. And what's so amazing too is, like, you know how we're talking about when someone sneezes, you know, or the droplets, you know, we hear these terms. And the thing of it is that even with your body, with your eyes, your nasal passage, your mouth, you have certain properties, enzymic properties and proteins that, which are what consists of the antibodies that help your body, even at that point, stop and slow and protect from bacterial and viral infections. So the body is amazing. Your body has the innate ability to protect itself. It has that ability. And if your body is not immune compromised, or you don't have cancer, or you don't have autoimmune disease, your body naturally fights off, you know, these bacterial and viral antigens, for sure.
Okay, that's really good information. Now, I know as a parent, a while back, I still have my children, and as a grandparent and talking with other people who have young children, when anybody gets sick in the household, usually with a young child, especially when they go to school, they come home, everybody gets sick. And
right, they're like little petri dishes.
Little petri, yes.
Yes.
So that's your immune system fighting it off. Is that correctly?
That's correct. And what happens is, they've talked about this a bit. I'm sure a lot of you have heard, and even your own knowingness of having children, you know, when a child is even young, you know, they say, hey, we want the kids to play with other children in the dirt and get dirty because they want to build their immune response, right? To the bugs in the environment. And that's what happens in a household, right? You're building immunity. One thing I will say, because it has so much to do with individuals in a family, because there's the fear of that right now, especially. I want to empower people, you know, besides having your body's ability to fight off virus and bugs and bacterial infection, you know, doing certain methods can create your immune system to do better and to protect itself at a cellular level. You know, and that comes down, which can be a whole nother topic that we talk about, but it comes down to, you know, people think, well, I'm eating healthy, you know, why would I need to supplement, you know, with vitamins, minerals, and immune support? And the reason for that is because our soil's so depleted, right? After World War II, we have no minerals and vitamins in our fruits and vegetables any longer. Then you have the 82,000 toxins we're exposed to, right, weekly. Right. Then you also have the fact that we have genetic modified organisms. And I know, Janice, you know all about this. You've changed even your lifestyle for the best, you know, for the better of your immune system.
Yeah. And how, you know, the immune system. But now that I'm older, and especially with the COVID-19 out there, they're talking about older people dying.
Right.
Their immune system is now not as strong as it was. It's become depleted.
Correct.
I mean,
so what happens with the body when you're first born, right? You're then getting your immune system from your mother, right? That's how that works in the environment. So, you know, infants at that age are susceptible to bacterial and viral infections. This particular virus doesn't tend to affect the young children and infants, but as we get older, then our immune system also starts to be depleted. And that is due to the fact that we've had a lifetime of different stresses, right, on the body. We've had toxins on the body. We've had physical stresses on the body. We've had emotional stresses on the body, which affects our immune system at a cellular level. So at that point, the strategy has to be, you have to up your ante. You got to do more for your body to help boost your immune system, especially with going out into this environment. So the strategy really is important. And I can talk about that if you'd like me to.
Yeah, you can talk about that.
Okay, yeah. So some of the things,
we're all novices out here.
I understand. Well, and my biggest thing that I've been saying recently to patients, and even because I do a lot of phone consultations nutritionally right now on this exact topic and health conditions, right? And how can they navigate the environment? And really, if you, whatever your strategy is right now is your strategy. So to empower you on some other things that would be really effective is, making sure for sure you get enough rest, because this environment is stressful emotionally. Also, when you get enough rest, it helps your, what we call our stress glands, which are the adrenal glands, which are hugely important when it comes to your immune system. So plenty of water, plenty of rest, and the adrenal glands love vitamin C. So very, very important to, up your vitamin C intake. The other thing is that I'm telling individuals or educating them on is making sure that they get enough exercise. When you get exercise and you go out in the environment, most likely you're in contact with the sun outside. So you're upping your vitamin D, and then you're helping your body neurologically and cardiovascularly to help the immune system. So exercise is very important. The other thing is, obviously, being a doctor of chiropractic, my specialty is the nervous system, and your nervous system controls every muscle, organ, gland, tissue, and cell in the body. So when we're talking about the immune system, right, your nervous system controls that. So if your nervous system is impinged upon, if you have misalignment of your spine, if you have physical stress on your nervous system, then your immune system won't be functioning as well as it should. So for those that can get out, go to their chiropractor, get their adjustments, get their alignments, it's so effective to helping them with their immune systems. Many studies on this, by the way. So individuals that are listening, if you would like me to send you some of the studies, they're fantastic. There's an MD that actually did a huge study at a cancer center. So anyway, that being said, chiropractic's amazing that way also. So I've talked about making sure you get your vitamin D, vitamin C, exercise, chiropractic. The other thing is, though, when we're talking about your immune system, Janice, water. Water is your natural detoxifier. Our body is made up of water. So if you really want to help your systems, drinking plenty of water a day is so key for helping to get rid of the toxins in the environment that could be putting stress on your nervous system as well as your immune system.
So keeping your body hydrated is really important.
Very important.
I've been hearing that for years and years and years.
Yes. And Janice, because with juicing, eliminating animal protein in your diet, right? You boost your immune system. And that's very key, I'm not here to say that, people, it's their choice whether or not they want to eat animal protein or if they're vegan or vegetarian. But the importance of it is when you eat more fruits and vegetables, right? Your body will be healthier. It gives you the minerals and vitamins that your body needs for your immune system.
Now, we've been hearing so much over about COVID-19,
right?
Especially for seniors that have diabetes, for seniors that have lung problems like asthma or COPD, okay?
Right.
We know that COVID-19 really attacks the lungs, okay? So how does the immune system work with that?
Right. So, part of your immune system, right, is actually your breathing mechanism. That's why we breathe in the good and breathe out the bad, right? So, some things or advice I can give, I'm going to address diabetes first because my specialty happens to be helping people with autoimmune, and that's what diabetes type 2 is. Also individuals that have problems, or have conditions like MS, rheumatoid arthritis, Parkinson's, even conditions like Crohn's, people that have allergies to certain foods like gluten, right? That are gluten intolerant, thyroid, people with thyroid. So all of these autoimmune conditions, the best way to help your immune system really comes down to a few things. And what I do when I'm helping an individual, when I'm helping a patient, I look thoroughly at their history, what their symptoms are, their blood work. And the reason I bring this up is because then it determines for me what protocols to help their body. And with C19, COVID-19, really you want to boost your immune system. And the way you do that is either through diet alone, right? If someone's autoimmune, they might need to handle their gut. You've heard me talk about that, Janice.
Yeah,
someone's bloated, gas, they have irritability, diarrhea, constipation, right? You've got to handle their digestive tract, their gut. Or maybe they cleanse, which you're very familiar with, right? Cleansing is another.
Well, why don't you tell people what cleansing is? Because not everybody cleanses.
Yeah. So when I talk of cleansing, that's a very good point, Janice, because people can also not just cleanse in general with either a juicing type cleanse. They can also cleanse their liver. Some people need help with cleansing their gut, their colon. Some people need more help and support with their lungs and kidneys. So there's different types of cleansing. But one of the things that I would want to let you guys know that I love is juicing. Whether you have a juice machine at home or you're purchasing cold pressed juice, very, very good for getting minerals and vitamins. And if you're not eating during the time that you're juicing, so let's say you decide I want to juice either for 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, though that's a method, if you will, to help your body take a break, which boosts your immune system, which is fantastic, especially after 3 days. That's kind of the magic number.
I know juicing is not always easy.
Right.
It works. And for those that are interested in losing weight, you will lose weight.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and again, right, because
added attraction to juicing.
It is. It's a good side. I always call that a good side effect of juicing, right? Is the fact that people lose inches in weight for sure. Yeah. And some individuals, might be listening right now that go, well, gosh, I have diabetes or I have an autoimmune condition and I can't even imagine fasting. That's because they're worried about their taking of medications or whatnot. So, there's methods that you can do where you get your body prepared for that. And also there's methods of where you're taking and juicing, or juices, vegetable juice, along with some fruits, and you're also eating at the same time. And I have those protocols for individuals, that might be wondering, well, how is this going to fit in my lifestyle? Because, I have to take medications or I'm worried about, also the side effects of juicing could be that they feel fatigued or, their digestion changes for a bit. And so they get worried about that, where I can help them get through that at a very gradient level so that they can, do it without harming their body.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Now, other suggestions to how to strengthen the immune system. Does exercising help? I mean, because last week we had a physical fitness trainer on, okay, Drew Mercury.
He's amazing, yes.
He's amazing, yeah, because I know you know him. But how does strengthening your body, does that, walking?
Yes, of course. Yeah. So exercise is basically such a good thing to do from a chiropractor's opinion, for not only the ability to boost the immune system, but for the strengthening of your system, right? Especially your musculoskeletal system. When you have more muscle mass, your metabolism works better, which is a part of the immune system. So important with weight. And then, of course, the cardiovascular aspect, really, really good for the heart and lungs, which is also a part of your immune system. If those are working well, then you are actually absorbing, utilizing, eliminating properly, which is going to be a huge help for your immune system, especially because it also lowers stress, right? We hear that all the time. Do yoga, take a walk, take a run, get on your treadmill, exercise, because it reduces stress, which I just educated you earlier on your stress glands, right? Those adrenal glands. That's how you decrease that stress on your body's nervous system and systems to create a better environment with your immune system.
Yeah, it's so important, especially
So important.
now. I mean, I'm a proponent of wearing masks.
Yes.
I understand when I go out and I'm talking, and I notice more when I'm talking that things come out of my mouth. I never paid attention before. Okay.
Right.
And it's just, you know, it's like, it's there, it happens. And now they're talking about this coronavirus being airborne. Okay.
Right.
And so all that has to do with the immune system for ourselves that we don't want to catch, but for other people that we're
Protecting each other, right?
trying to protect each other.
Yes. And one of the things that I, as a doctor of chiropractic nutritionist, I really empower my patients, friends, and family on, like what we're talking about, the strategies, right? Because when like for instance, I've heard a lot in my clinic and over the phone with individuals during this time, people are comfort eating, which typically means a lot more carbs and sugars. They're also drinking. A lot of individuals are drinking more alcohol. Well, those things basically cause your immune system to not be as healthy and strong, right? So the point of me telling you this is the strategy should really go to eating correctly, drinking less caffeine and alcohol, right? Having less sugars. That's one strategy we can all do even from our home, right? And then, of course, adding in the exercises and the extra supplementation that one might need, right? Yeah.
So all that fun at the bars.
Yes, right. Well, young individuals, right? I mean, remember when you're young and you think, oh, I can, nothing's going to affect me. I have my whole life in front of me, right? The point of view is totally different.
But if you're out there drinking and you're not social distancing,
no, yeah, right.
It will affect your immune system even more.
Well, right, because now you're and again, moving out into the public, you have to have a strategy to keep your body healthy and well, right? Because again, these things are contagious. So, your body's natural immune defense can fight off the bacterial and viral conditions, but you also have to do the appropriate things to help protect your body and immune system and others, right?
Right. Now, just one little area, because I know you're a chiropractor, you're not an MD, but
correct.
How is cancer big into
well, the one thing that we do all know about cancer, right, is that it's your body not recognizing at a cellular level, right, that something is going on. And then the cells start to mutate, right, which forms that tumor and or area of cellular, cellular replication that isn't functioning properly. So the thing is, again, that I know for sure about cancer from what I've studied, because as a chiropractor and nutritionist, we study the physiology of the body and the different disease processes, and cancer definitely is affected, and I want to mention this, by sugar. They tend to live off of sugar. So one of the biggest takeaways that my patients, when they ask me, like, look, I've been diagnosed with breast cancer, I've been diagnosed with colon cancer, lung cancer, whatever it may be, when they come to me for the nutritional communication on, like, well, what should I be doing either supplementally or with my food, one of the biggest things I talk about is an anti-inflammatory, low glycemic way of eating. Yeah. You don't want to be eating a lot of sugars and sweets and, even like, with people are drinking even alcohol, the sugar content, it's very important to watch.
Okay. Well, you and I can go on for hours.
Yes, we can.
We can do that under normals, just talking to each other.
Yes.
But we're starting to run out of time right now. So you've talked about people contacting you. So I'm going to bring up how they can contact you and me on the screen right now. And here we go. It's up here. So you can see how to reach Dr. Amber. Here's her phone number and her, looks like
my email.
Her email. And there's my information right there. So I'm going to leave this up for a couple minutes.
Perfect.
And Amber, I would love you to come back again sometime in the future to continue on with our conversation.
Oh, I would love that, Janice. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. This has been fun this morning. I hope everybody has enjoyed it.
Yes.
And this is, I mean, it's great. It's been informative. I've learned some new things, and I hope other people watching this will
Yes,
enjoy.
thank you for having me. And I do want to mention this just briefly. We are doing phone nutritional consultations and helping people with physical wellness with the phone calling. So, you know, if you are out there and you aren't getting out to your doctor's appointments and you need help, we are doing a special right now for $49. So you can contact us if you need help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And it's worth your while if you do contact Dr. Amber. You're going to find her. She is on Facebook and Instagram, I think, and LinkedIn. She's on all those sites. You can find her. She has shows that broadcast that she does periodically, and they're always posted online. There's just a lot of information that she has out there. And of course, she's going to come back and visit with us again. This is really great. And if you go on to her Facebook page, you're going to find her with one of her patients brought in this adorable dog.
Yes.
And she was showing how she was treating the dog. The dog was so good.
Yeah.
I know my dog wouldn't stand for it, but that's really great. We all love it. So if you're an animal lover, you would love that standpoint.
Yes.
Everybody loves going to Dr. Amber. So thank you, Amber, for coming on.
Welcome, Janice.
And I'll talk with you soon, and we'll arrange for you to come on back. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Janice.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you. I'll be back next week again. Bye. I can't find it. Okay, I'm trying to end everything, and I didn't record it. It's usually right there. Oh, what?